Hello everyone and welcome to my new series. It's been a while, I've been doing the Pokemon thing for a while, I've not done a solo series for a few months, but here we are. This is Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Logging into Ubisoft. No, don't do that. Because this game's like 15 years old. There'll be nothing for you to see here. So, I'm going to basically launch straight into the game. If you've never seen an Assassin's Creed game before, don't worry. If you don't like Assassin's Creed games, don't worry. This is a kind of pretty standalone game, and I will be the first one to admit that I'd say the majority of this series is trash. This is just a fucking great pirate game, and we are just going to launch straight into it. Let's roll. And immediately we're in control. Use left stick to move and right stick to rotate the camera and reach the ship's wheel. Because apparently we're... Oh, the helmsman's dead. Someone take the wheel. So, on we go. Immediately, it's time. Firing cannons. To fire with your cannons, hold LT and move the right trigger, and then with the right stick to aim, then press W to shoot. Shoot the hull for maximum damage. As if there's a... Well, I suppose you could hit the mast or something like that, which actually is a thing. Where is she at the... Oh, over there. Cool. So, I'm aiming there. And then I fire. You didn't see that at the easiest angle there, but what we're doing is basically... Oh, there's a lot of crap around on the screen. There we go, you see that thing? I'm moving up and down to aim that kind of thing up and down, which shows me the trajectory of my shots, and then I'm trying to hit as much of the hull as possible. And we just need to sink a couple of these ships. Oh yeah, we got her. Brilliant. And let's wait for this one to come into range of the broadside. At the moment, I believe... Oh, we do have forward guns. Lovely. Obviously, a ship's main cannons are its broadside because that's where you can fit the most cannons on. But, ooh, big lad. That's a galleon? That's not quite a galleon. That's a brig. Oh no, it is three-masted. I don't know. Right, you'll probably see this as we go out. I'm a real nerd about a bunch of the shit in this game, which is part of the reason why I absolutely love it. And honestly, right, say what you want about the Assassin's Creed games, and I'll broadly agree with you on this, but they're not games you play for historical accuracy, and yet they have some really cool historical shit in them.
Let's go now! Douse the flames! Get in there, you mongrel!
Is it dangerous? Edward? Privateering, is it dangerous?
Wouldn't pay so nice if it weren't.
Why not sail with the King's Navy? Earn a proper wage, sail under gentlemen.
Sod the Navy's gentlemen. For every shilling I'd earn, the captain gets 600. That's no way to earn a fortune.
We don't need a fortune.
It's not about need, Caroline. I want food that don't make me sick. I want walls that hold back the wind. I want a decent life.
How long would you be gone with these privateers?
A year, I reckon. 2 at the most.
All right. No more than 2. Promise me.
Ah yes, perfectly clear water when there's a bunch of shit burning up here and there's a storm and everything like that. That's how these things work. This game, though, I will say it is very pretty. It's not the most graphically advanced game, because it's like 15 years old and is apparently about to be remastered soon, but it's... I've said before, being pretty isn't about graphics, it's about kind of like scale and scope, and this game does that really nicely. Just how it uses graphics is really good.
Was it good for you as well?
Havana. I must get to Havana.
Well, I'll just build us another ship, will I?
I can pay you. Isn't that the sound you pirates like best? 100 escudos.
Keep talking.
Will you or won't you?
You don't have that gold on you now, do you?
Bloody fucking pirates!
I'm on to you, Snakesby!
Well, that was wild. Not that scene itself, which is fairly par for the course. Oh, it does look pretty though, doesn't it? So the moment he pointed his gun at Edward and pulled the trigger, my computer just restarted. It full on just went, everything went black and it rebooted itself and it was just this click. He's like, my god, the man just shot my computer. I didn't know that was an option. So everything previously seems to have recorded all right. I've set up again. So yeah, great. That's a wonderful sign of a stable system in it. A game that's gonna crap out within 6 minutes of starting the recording. When was the last time something ever just forced a computer reboot? I hope it was something else that caused it. But here we are in Cape Bonavista, and if I bring up the map, you can see there's these little things on the map. These little eagle points. A viewpoint, not synced. We'll get to that in just a second. Our goal for now is to find the assassin.
It's 100 leagues or more to Havana. Will you walk that distance?
We are technically, yes. This is, in terms of... So Havana is, of course, the capital of modern Cuba. Now, at this point in time, it's a Spanish colony. But yes, we here where we are at the moment is on the kind of far western tip of the island of Cuba. And Havana's a bit further along the coast. By about 100 leagues, as Edward says there. Let's see if we can get up here. So, I'm generally just moving around, and you'll notice I can move slowly, or if I hold the right trigger, I can move quickly. Whilst holding the right trigger, I can also climb. So here, I'm doing this kind of free running by basically just holding vaguely in the direction I want to move whilst holding the right trigger. This is the classic Assassin's Creed kind of climbing system. And you know what? Works pretty well. You don't have any kind of stamina or any system like that. You just will keep climbing as long as there is something to climb and as long as no one is actively shooting at you, which they are not at the moment. You'll notice this is one of those points from the map. Did somebody say visualizer? Indeed, I'll keep it up for a little longer. This is the visualizer. There's a shit ton of stuff to track in this game. About 950 things, roughly, all told. It's actually almost... It is the second largest project I have ever done, second only to Xenoblade Chronicles. I really didn't think this game was going to be this big when I was starting it, but as you'll see, there's just a lot of side shit, and that is one of them, viewpoints. There's...
Where's he running to?
You know what? The word git doesn't get enough airplay nowadays. It's a fucking fantastic word. Follow and I'll kill you. Okay. You'll notice some stuff has now appeared on the map. A section of the map is now filled in around that viewpoint, and we can see things. Oh, a custom marker, apparently. Nope. So we can see some chests. Look at that! All the chests are on the visualizer. There's about 350 of them in the entire game. And right. In terms of what I'm tracking on the visualizer, the game keeps track of a bunch of side shit and counts you as having 100% of the game when you have done that. I am tracking everything the game tracks. Oh, there's a beast down there somewhere. See, on the minimap, there's a kind of claw thing. Oh, it's a dead beast. Oh, well, let's skin that off camera. Wild pig. I guess that assassin killed? Oh, what the fuck? Okay, that was weird. It just took me back to Steam for some reason. I did a lot of testing. I thought this was fine, but apparently not. Oh, it's going to be an interesting series if I'm having this level of technical difficulties a few minutes into the first episode. These chests, as you can see, all just contain cash. My cash in the bottom left there is in Spanish reales, because we are in Spain. Most of the stuff around here are technically Spanish colonies, though there's a lot of British around as well. They're basically just come out of a... Time-wise, so, I guess I should set the scene. It is 17...
We could work together on this.
Off he goes. It is 1715, I think, or 1714. But we are just at the end of what was called the War of Spanish Succession. Basically, the most freakish-looking monarch you've ever seen, Charles Habsburg of Spain, died childless because he was an inbred freak. And a bunch of people had claims to the Spanish throne. Basically, the British and the Austrians and the French all had a decent claim to it. And basically, whoever gets Spain would, by a significant margin, become the most powerful country in Europe. Another viewpoint for the visualizer. France and Britain basically went to war about this, and it kind of dragged a lot of stuff in. There's a whole thing about how whether the War of the Spanish Succession is partly what makes an independent America possible, because Britain is basically everyone gets fucking bankrupt. Oh, hello, Piggy. Everyone gets bankrupt by the War of Spanish Succession. It is a bad time for everybody. But particularly the major European powers, Britain, France, and Spain, are all massively fucked by it. So France actually wins in the end. Basically, King Philip of France agrees to take up the Spanish throne, but in turn gives up his claim to the French throne. So this Spain kind of remains a separate thing rather than being essentially pulled into France. And that's kind of what Britain wanted as well, is they didn't want France to become essentially the size of France and Spain combined. So everyone was kind of happy but poor at the end of it. And that's... whee! Great idea into extremely shallow water. And that's kind of where we find ourselves at this point. And this is kind of... This is what's often referred to as the Golden Age of Piracy. Weirdly, the Golden Age of Piracy lasts like 15 years, and we're kind of in the middle towards the end of it, actually, at the moment. Most of the kind of big pirates and historical figures we'll meet in this time, which we will meet almost all of them, a lot of them in the game, and most of them are real. And they're basically almost all veterans of the War of Spanish Succession, where they were kind of naval officers or captains or sailors during that. And then at the end of the war, when everything's suddenly, basically... bunch of ships have gone missing and things like that, it's a perfect time to just be a pirate. And that's what leads to kind of the Golden Age of Piracy at this point. So now we are in a relatively straightforward combat. He actually didn't fight back at all.
Senor Duncan Walpole, I accept your most generous offer and await your arrival with eagerness. If you truly possess the information we desire, we have the means to reward you handsomely. Though I will not know your face by sight, I believe I can recognize the costume made infamous by your secret order. Therefore, come to Havana in haste, and trust that you shall be welcomed as a brother. Su más humilde servidor, el gobernador Laureano Torres y Ayala.
Mr. Walpole, let's collect your reward.
So this is part of what makes this game perhaps a little unusual, is... as a kind of Assassin's Creed game, is you do not start off as... ooh, a schooner. You do not start off as an assassin or anything like this. In fact, we just killed an assassin, Duncan Walpole, and have taken his clothes and his identity and intend to take his reward. So we'll be learning a lot about that and about who the governor we got a letter from is. He's a real character, Governor Notorious. He's an actual governor of Cuba at this point. There's a lot of just, yeah. If in doubt... oh shit! No, we're fine. If in doubt, most of the characters in this were real. Whether they did exactly what they did in this game is variable. Edward Kenway, our character we are playing as, absolutely does not exist and was not involved in any of this, but he's a character who slots into existing historical events, which is kind of the thing that the Assassin's Creed series does relatively well. The broad scopes of like events we'll see and characters did happen, and we will see a number of kind of historical events play out. Whoop. Stalking zones. Dense vegetation can be used as stalking zones. They allow you to hide and move undetected. Use them to approach targets stealthily.
Our destination is Havana. I'm just a merchant.
Quiet, you bleeding pirate! You'll hang for the mess you made out there.
Sir, I had nothing to do with this attack. My crew and I have merely anchored to water and resupply.
So let's see if we can assassinate this guy quickly. Well, there's a turtle there.
Stop them!
Let's just sleepy time, sleepy time. Oh, that guy ran away. And
Make your skull.
Take my sugar. Take anything you like.
let's sneak a bit closer to this merchant who's having a bit of a mad time here.
I'll
Oh,
pay you. Anything you like.
well, that turtle was climbing weirdly. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Let's try something really ballsy. 3, 2, 1. Whoop! And whoop! Ah, shit, I tried to stab him in the back quickly, but forgot. Don't have the fancy assassin swords we get a little bit later in the game that lets me do stuff like that. Fortunately, this guy's really don't actually put up much of a fight. I just need to be ready to press B to parry at a time like that, and you do a cool turnaround. Basically, combat is entirely based on how aggressive the enemies are, and is how difficult it is. Here, they're all just standing around waiting for you to attack. You see that thing, symbol above their head? You press B to parry. Nice and straightforward. These guys are a tutorial. That's what you'd expect from the British. Tutorial enemies they are. We are. It's hard to say.
God's grace, sir. You saved me. A profusion of thanks. Is that yours? It is my vessel, yes. But here lies its poor captain, and I have no art for sailing.
I can pilot her myself, no mind.
You don't mean to abscond with my ship, do you?
I'm Duncan. What's your name, friend?
Steed Bonnet.
Well, Mr. Bonnet, let this stay twixt us. But I'm on a secret errand for His Majesty the King, God save him, and I must get to Havana with speed.
Ah, that is a relief, sir. Havana is also my destination. Our ways lie together.
Natural allies, then.
Ah, you put me at ease, sir. To think I took you for a pirate when you first appeared.
Did you?
Yes. You have uncommon way of handling yourself. Quick and easy, if I may say. Gave me quite a fright. But all things considered, I think it's turned out to be a rather fortuitous day, hasn't it?
That character is also real.
Lacking a rowboat, I'm afraid we'll have to...
You'll see that a little bit more as we kind of move on with him. But this is Steed Bonnet, who is an actual person in real life. I'll put a little picture of him up. If anyone's seen the TV series Our Flag Means Death, they might have an idea of where his character arc potentially goes and whatnot. But for now, treasure maps. Find treasure maps on explorers' cadavers. They will lead you to a specific place on an island. Dig there and you might find money or plans to upgrade your ship. Basically, there's a bunch of cadavers in the game, and each cadaver has a map on it. And each map will show you how to get to some treasure, pirate style. We won't be able to do them for quite a while. Basically, as you can possibly imagine, this game's pretty open world and exploring when it gets to it, but we do have to do a fair bit of stuff before we get the freedom to go kind of wherever we want, which is going to be at least the first couple of episodes. But it sets up the story and the characters quite nicely, and the environments. So, Steed Bonnet has no skill for sailing, but we, of course, as we know from the tutorial, do. So, let's grab the helm.
Welcome aboard, Duncan. She's a modest schooner, but well suited to my purpose, trafficking cargo from my plantation and such.
She'll do fine. There's a strong wind now. Let's strike to full, shall we?
Indeed, we can speed up at any point by pressing A to loose some more sail. You've got an indicator in the top left there, which indicates both your ship's health and the amount of sail you've currently got deployed. So we're on full sail at the moment. Well, almost full sail. There's a faster way of doing it, but not when there's stuff around. You can't use that.
That's a top way of seeing it, mate.
As you can imagine, you trade speed for maneuverability, and the way you pilot a ship is nothing like you would in real life, which is just opening and closing sails all the time. You'd maneuver sails around, but actually to loose versus tighten up sails takes fucking ages. Or not fucking ages, but it's not a fast maneuver. It's nothing you do very quickly.
By the idea of pirates roaming these waters. Is it a real danger, do you suppose?
A possibility. But most pirates stalk the windward passage between Cuba and Hispaniola.
Oh, I see. Yes, that is a bustling strait. But I shouldn't worry about being waylaid by pirates, truth be told. My ship is small, and I have nothing of immense value. Sugarcane and its yields, molasses, rum, that sort of thing.
There's not a pirate living who'd turn his back on a keg of rum.
Well, yes. Yes, I suppose that's true.
A former colleague of mine was from Mauritius in the Indian Ocean, which was also used by the Europeans for sugar plantations and whatnot. But he swears by the rum that they produce there, which you could buy for about like £2 a bottle. And he said it was just the best shit he's ever tasted, and nothing in the West has ever lived up to just that stuff that's literally just brewed on like the sugar plant, well, distilled, made on the just there and then on the sugar plantation. Ooh! That seems extremely into a tight bay for a humpback to go. That doesn't look healthy at all. But cool to see. Anyway, with that, we have mostly got out of the bay with kind of the awkward bit of piloting there. So, on we go.
You're a natural sailor, Duncan.
I did a decent trick at the helm some time ago. 2 years before the mast as a privateer.
Dash my buttons. Your life seems a grand one, if I may say. So full of adventure. How marvelous.
I've seen my share of strangeness, aye.
Fantastic work. Very promising.